Hello. I've got a little bit of housekeeping to do before I start. I forgot to change the game and the title from last night, which was Subnautica, by the way. We did mix it up Monday last night, and I forgot to set it back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so I am in the process of doing that right now, so that when folks come by or are looking for something to watch, they'll be able to see the right thing. Right. Blind Assassin's Creed Atlantis episode 2. It should be 2 and not 3. XB1X. Update that. And we should be good to go. Okay. So yeah, like I said, we're continuing our playthrough of Atlantis DLC on Xbox One X. We're near the end, I think, of episode 2. I do have episode 3 downloaded, so depending on what time we finish with 2, we'll just roll right into 3. We've got one more of the Guardians to find, and that's Heracles, and we know where he is. All we got to do is go over there. We've got the Armor of the Fallen, so we can get past all the veils. But what we're going to do first is we're going to finish up however many of these side quests, if you will, for Charon. Let's see, we've done 3, maybe 4 of those already. We did them on Saturday. All right, the description says the dock was a scene of chaos. A thief had stolen coins from a group of souls waiting to cross the Styx. Without the coins, Charon couldn't allow them passage into the world, so Cassandra had a mystery to solve. Right? That, and we are right there. I spent some time on Sunday just cleaning up the rest of the locations on the map. So all of that stuff is clear. There's really nothing left to do other than these side quests for him, get Heracles, and then do whatever's after that. We'll have our 4 gatekeepers. Oh. See on top of that, I'm envisioning some kind of fight, maybe with Hades. But we'll see. Hope everybody's Tuesday is going well. And your week in general is going well.
What's going on here?
A disaster! Can't I just have a normal day of ferrying the dead?
Tell me what happened.
All of these souls have had their coins stolen. Assistant, you have to find the thief and get the coins back so the dead can cross the Styx.
Why don't you just let them through?
I know you're new around here, but
Are
that's
you
not
new
really
here?
how we do things in the underworld. Besides, Hades would burn me one toe at a time if I did.
So who gets the money?
All right. I'll find the coin thief.
You hear that, everyone? My assistant will find the coin thief.
Why would anyone want to rob the dead?
Isn't it obvious? The coins are used to pay me for passage across the Styx into the underworld.
Right.
Do you suspect anyone here already?
So many pass through, and honestly, you all look the same to me.
Come on. Think.
Well, there was a merchant and a politician who acted strangely. They were the only ones not storming my dock.
I'll come back when I have news.
I'd start looking in the Passage of Souls. It's where the first coins went missing.
Missing.
Good luck.
With all the thieves in the underworld, I'll need it.
We've been able to clear all of the rifts on the map and in the DLC, so we don't have to worry about those anymore. Those are all done. And not that this is, I mean, it looks great for what it is, but I'm hoping that the third episode is someplace with maybe some green. Thing like Elysium, maybe. Maybe with Poseidon. We've seen Poseidon a couple of times in cutscenes. So maybe the third episode centers around him. We'll find that out today. We're on the schedule for 3 hours. 6 p.m. here, East Coast, US. We'll go to 9. And the same thing for tomorrow.
Looks like someone buried something here and then came back for it. Must have been in a hurry. A gold bracelet. But it's broken. Must have snapped when its owner was
Doesn't
digging.
look broken to me. Like archaeologist camp.
Empty coin purses. The strings have been cut.
Somebody we can talk to. Kid, looks like.
You don't look like the usual people I see passing through here.
I'm not dead, if that's what you mean. I'm searching for something.
Makes two of us. I'm looking for the coins I lost. They must be around here somewhere.
Think of when you last had them.
I remember wandering with the crowd of other people. We were all moving towards the dock. I don't remember where we came from. But as we reached this place, the crowd halted as a man, a politician I think, got up and addressed us.
Where were you when you realized your coins were missing?
At the dock. I was going to pay the ferryman when I discovered they were gone.
Did you see anything strange during your travels?
Only the politician. He was moving away from the docks while everyone else was moving toward them.
I have to go.
Good luck in your search.
I should go. I should go. Should go.
How am I supposed to find anything in this dirty, horrible wasteland?
You must be looking for your stolen coins.
How do you know? Maybe you're the criminal who came to admire their handiwork.
I'm looking for the thief too, but I won't help with that attitude.
Fine. I found nothing here myself anyway.
Is he panning for coins? Is that what he was doing?
You must remember when you last had your coins.
Of course I remember. I was walking through the valley with the rest and struck up conversation with a merchant.
Are the merchant and the
So
politician in
arrogant.
cahoots, maybe?
Still wearing his jewels and gold. Won't do much for him here. When I reached the docks, they were gone.
Did anything catch your attention?
The merchant I spoke to seemed nervous. He asked if we really had to pay the ferryman. Perhaps his coins were already stolen?
I'm guessing that their people's skin's not really scaly. That's just like soot.
I think I've
Caked
got
on
what I
soot
need.
or dirt.
A dagger. Looks expensive. Must have been used to cut the coins out.
Any news of my coins?
I found this dagger. Remind you of anything?
Aha! That's what I felt. It nicked me when they cut the strings of my purse.
So did you see who did it?
No, I was too focused on the politician addressing the crowd. Captivating man.
Merchant, they're working together.
I think I've got what I need. The witness was cut while the politician was speaking to the crowd.
Really, I was all perfectly willing to leave you alone.
Finally. I was starting to worry you'd got lost.
I didn't think your kind were capable of worrying.
There are many things you don't know about us. Like how impatient we are. Have you discovered who stole the coins?
So, the dead were robbed while a politician gave a speech. One witness thought he looked suspicious because he was wandering through the crowd, away from the docks.
Ah, yes. Even I noticed him.
But a rich merchant was asking about paying the toll. I found a nice dagger that must have cut the coins out. And I found a gold bracelet near the hole that hid the coins.
The plot thickens.
It was the merchant. He stole the coins.
A greedy merchant. Typical. Come, let us deal with him and be done with this. So you are the one who took the coins from these people.
This is nonsense. No one should have to pay to enter the underworld.
Spare me your platitudes. You stole because you're greedy.
These people had nothing in life. They need nothing in death. If I can't live a comfortable life,
Oh wow,
nobody
arrogant.
should.
Oh hi.
Hades, so nice to see you. Whatever brings you to my shore?
I could hear this ruckus from the bowels of Tartarus. What is happening here?
Oh!
This man stole coins from the dead and then threw them into the river Styx.
Mortals always seem to find new ways to surprise me.
I'm glad you're finding this funny, but these people had coins for fair passage, and now they don't.
If they do not have coins, they cannot cross into my realm. That
I'll
is the
go
law,
get 'em.
Aaron.
They were sent here with the coins as law and tradition state. They deserve to be granted passage.
Why don't we let our friend here decide their fate?
These people were robbed of their chance for peace. They deserve passage.
Well said, Cassandra. They will be granted passage to the underworld.
And what of him?
Feed him to your hounds.
Release the hounds.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh. Roasted merchant.
Sometimes we have to make difficult choices. To be able to do so confidently is a rare trait in your
We got
kind.
a host.
I've done
Welcome,
it before.
everyone.
I'll have to do it again.
Thank you for the
Such a
host,
hopeless
Misbehave.
fleshling.
Hello.
You've come a long
Welcome,
way. Now that Hades
everyone
is
from
gone,
the hive.
there's something you should have.
Thank you, Charon.
It's a shame you have to go. You've been a good assistant.
Oh,
I
really?
hope you
This is
find
the last one, I
answers
take
you
it.
seek.
He just threw the coins in the water.
Didn't anybody ever tell you it's rude to leave before the cake's cut?
Happy Tuesday! My Tuesday was pretty boring. That's okay. Nice and quiet and boring is just fine with me. You just missed it. Cassandra just cold-cocked somebody. I find it interesting that the guy that she cold-cocked threw the bag of coins in the water, but we don't even get the option to go get them. Weird. And it should be like right here. Literally right down here. According to the cutscene, he just tossed him into the water. Right. I'll look straight down here. Another one, then we'll just get back up and do the next thing. Well, what had happened was there were a bunch of people that they had their money to give to the ferryman so that they could cross. But this merchant stole their money. Had to investigate. It was either a politician or a merchant. That it was the merchant. And once we figured that out, and he essentially confessed to doing it, and we got to decide what to do with the people. Since they didn't have their money, were they allowed to go or not? Were they allowed to cross? We decided to let them cross because it wasn't their fault. So we got points for that. And then Hades walks up and essentially roasts the guy, the merchant, right there on the spot. Okay, so that should be it for the ferryman. All we've got left to do now, at least on the quest board, is defeat Heracles. To quell the chaos of the underworld, Hades demanded new guardians for his gates. We're no Cerberus. Find might do the job. So we already know where he is because found him. Plus he's the only flaming skull on the map. So get to head up that way. I went through and cleared out this location on Sunday morning, I think it was, so you'll get the loot and the captain and all that stuff. But I don't think we're gonna bother with that this time. We'll just head in. Trying to sneak around. That is always going to remind me of Raiders of the Lost Ark when I see it. Rose, do your thing, buddy. You know, I was over here minding my own business. Decided to come over here and bother me. Bad dog, bad.
I need to stay hidden.
There is one thing I'll have to show you guys later that I found quite by accident over the weekend that I thought anyway was pretty cool. So all right, let's see, which way do we need to go? Xander, get up there. Ah, shit. Been busy, Icaros. I'll take that. so much for sneaking my way through. Just like that guy on Saturday. That's so much for your leap there, dude. Obviously have to switch armor to pass through. Oh, and I also upgraded my gear. It's like 4 levels below me. Oh, I had to do that. And I'm telling you, when you get up into the higher levels like this, that shit gets expensive. Especially the legendary stuff. Ah, we can't save in here. That's alright. Okay. Alright.
Heracles, I'm not here to fight you. I need you.
I said,
Wow, he hits hard. Wow, holy crap. One.
respect your work. You fight like an Argonaut.
Jason? Oh! Bye-bye.
Heracles, rise up and be a hero for Hades and for all the people in the underworld.
That's it? Okay. Cursed mace of Heracles. Oh, I am the one. Welcome to the underworld. Uh-oh. Multiple quests accepted. Oh. Cyclops. He had a bad day. All right, we'll go out the front door, I guess. Armor back. And see what these quests are now. Cool. Let's run out. Straight out the door. Blue. Really? Save. Dead Pooch is still there. Nobody will bother me. Alright, let's put the good stuff back on. Not that there's anything bad about the fallen. Multiple quests. Labors of the Keeper. After completing her labors of atonement, Cassandra returned triumphantly to the god of the underworld to claim what was promised. Uh-oh. Guess what we're gonna have to do? Look at the rewards. That's all you gotta do. Let's see, can we go? Can't fast travel to that thing, but we can. Terrible close. So we can. There, it's the closest one. Can we? Hold World's shortest distance between 2 points. Back to where it all started. Diary of Orphidice? Orphidice? I don't know. Entry 1. Those double-crossing Malakas. Could have known they would play me. We were supposed to share the profits, but what do? They get rid of me. I heard they spotted crossing a rocky bridge. I'll start there. Learn what it means to mess with Orphidice. No one messes with me. Quest items, really? No. Unless it's a quest I haven't picked up. Save before we... One last time. Cutscene.
Cassandra returns, victory written across her face.
Where's your brother? Not here to settle any bets?
It's already been settled. He lost.
The gates have their guardians, Harron's lost souls have found peace. Now, tell me what you know about the staff.
I never promised you that. I promised to fulfill your destiny.
Mastering the staff is my destiny, and you're going to show me.
You were never in a position to bargain with me. Your life was mine. The moment you killed Cerberus, I could have had anyone place guardians at those gates. Truth is, I needed you to grow accustomed.
What are you talking about?
Oh, did I not mention? I have a fifth gate. And you're going to spend the rest of eternity protecting it. That is your destiny.
I didn't bow to your wife, and I won't bow to you.
Persephone. Oh, language, mister. interesting that Hades god of the underworld and all that, fire and brimstone and all that is... What the hell is that yellow shit? It's fairly weak to fire, seems to be. It's not expecting that at all. Well, I'll just pound his ass with arrows if he'll let me. That's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. I gotta remember to let go of the trigger when I do that. Oh, he's immune to that shit. Damn it. It's causing me to lose adrenaline too, I
Shame
think.
it. You would have made an excellent addition to my dead hero collection.
Collect this!
Oh, jeez, I gotta whittle that damn armor shit down again. Oh, hey, that worked out good that time. Ah. Oh, get out of the way. Stay out of the gold stuff, I'm guessing. Damn it. I guess I'm just gonna have to resolve myself to the fact that I'm gonna waste an attack every now and then doing that.
All you pathetic humans end up here eventually. Why fight?
This kind of thing right here is exactly why I pick up wood every chance I get.
Listening to you? I've suffered enough.
That's not what I really wanted to do there. That is what I wanted to do. Bye-bye. Kick his booty, Cass.
I don't see what's funny.
You act like any of this matters. But you're a prisoner wherever you are.
Malaka!
Does she not give him a chance? Give her a chance to give him the boot? Dethrone the king.
Victoria, what did you do?
You guys okay down there?
Cut the comms! This has gone way too far. I'm shutting this down. I can handle it. You're not acting like yourself. You're acting like a child. Look at you! Can't you see what the staff is doing? Plugging into Themos' memories. Letting you run rogue in the underworld? It's the bleeding effect. It's hurting you. You need to stop. Give it back, now! No! It's me or the staff! You have to choose! Let go! It's not worth it! This is for your own...
Oh!
Get up, Victoria! Victoria?
I don't think she's getting up.
There must be some mistake.
No. It was an accident. I swear. I don't know what happened to me.
The heir of memories would never do this.
Do this? Victoria was my friend. It wasn't me.
This won't work. I need time.
You think I did this on purpose? It was the staff, Alethea. I'm not a bad person. I don't kill.
The heir of memories in my vision had foresight. Your reaction was entirely human and inhumane. I fear you'll learn nothing from what I've created for you.
I am the heir of memories. I can control the staff. Listen to me. I know I can do it.
That is not for you to decide. I decide your worthiness. Though it may be too late for that.
Fine. I'll go for a while. Just don't let anything happen to her, okay? And don't leave. Please. I'll be back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Damn it. I'm sorry, Victoria. But
Didn't
I can't
kill
quit
her.
now.
It's not moving. Back to Greece.
Back so soon?
Alethea, I know I wasn't gone long in the Animus, but I couldn't wait.
I've been thinking about whether or not I should let you continue, and I have my answer, but I'm afraid you won't like it.
Don't tell me I can't go into the third simulation.
I'm sorry, Layla. I made a miscalculation, and I factored you in when it was a mistake to do so. I see that clearly now. It's time for you to leave Atlantis.
You can't do this. Not now! I've seen Elysium and the Underworld. You can't take that away!
If I'd known this reality would go the direction it did, you wouldn't have seen any of it. You're too human. Your DNA has succumbed to the corrupting nature of the staff.
Listen, I know the bleeding effect is real, and accessing Deimos' memory did affect me. But I've studied Isu artifacts. This is the last stage of my trials. When it's over, my DNA will be able to overcome the staff's control.
Perhaps. But you won't see that through. My simulations are closed to you.
Hear me out. What happened before Victoria was horrible. But how can I learn to control my impulses if I don't know more about the staff?
This is about more than your lesson. I wanted creation, but you brought destruction.
Only because I haven't learned everything yet. You wanted to teach me, and I still want to be taught. Give me another chance.
Even if I were to let you in, your doctor is dead.
If I could take that back, I would. But I can't. And I have to keep going.
From her calculations, your body wouldn't be able to withstand the simulations.
My body is fine. The staff kept Cassandra alive for thousands of years. I've got a protection guarantee.
Your mind is a different
Protection
story
guarantee.
altogether. You don't have the sense to see its degradation.
When you break it down, this staff heals, Alethea. I could come out of this smarter. More in control. Invincible.
That's quite a leap in logic.
Just let me see for myself. Please.
Go.
Oh my god, thank you. You won't regret this. Here we go.
I'll see you inside.
A little obsessed, apparently. I guess you can't blame her to some degree, right? The potential. Should be back as Cassandra. I am guessing. We went back to Greece after the first episode. Or maybe Layla. Inside.
That's enough!
No need to shout. This isn't your domain, brother.
Hades has nothing left to offer you. You are never meant to stay here, nor Elysium. You didn't belong on Kefalonia, and you didn't belong in Sparta. I can offer you a place you do belong. It's time you finally found
so it is gonna be
Atlantis
precise.
Anywhere's better than here.
I won't forget this. No!
Bye-bye. Is it going to lead you straight into it, I guess?
There's no need for that here. You're safe.
I've heard
Right.
that before.
This place isn't like any other you've been. There's no Persephone, no Hades.
Just you.
Just me. Vikastis Vasilevs, the Grand Adjudicator of all Atlantis. But to you, I am Poseidon. What I'm offering you, Keeper of the Staff, is a place at my side. Join me as my Vikastis.
I like it already compared to the underworld.
Welcome home.
Hey, I've got one of those staffs.
This place is the real Atlantis. I mean, it's intact. I thought the city was destroyed.
Every 7 years, our great city begins a new cycle, if judged to be imperfect.
And who's the judge?
Before your arrival, it was my decision alone. Now that I have you at my side, I intend for this cycle to last an eternity.
Hades must have told you about my staff.
He didn't have to. As is the way with all heroes, your journey has become the stuff of Atlantean legend.
Then you know my staff is the reason I'm here. I need to learn how to master it.
This land is a paradise of power for those with Isu devices, but all in good time.
If you're the Vikastis Vasilevs, you expect me to be...
Vikastis, the judge. Be my hand in laying and enforcing judgment in Atlantis.
Well, I must warn you that I'm not always right.
I was both surprised and encouraged by your actions in the underworld. Fortunes were exchanged in response to your choices. But trust that I learned your reverence to justice is true.
So you expect me to live among you? A home among gods?
Gods? We are much more than the human conception of gods. Your father called us the ones who came before. But as Alethea told you, we are the issue.
You know about my stuff, Pythagoras and Alethea? I'm starting to feel very watched.
Your trials in both Elysium and the underworld. No, your triumphs there are known to us.
My trials forced me into rebellion. They made me face the dead. My hardships make me a good Vikastis?
We don't always choose our path. But in this case, your blood shows for you. You possess both DNA strands. The best of humans and Isu. I have no doubt that you are our mutual future.
I cry. I bleed. I make as many mistakes as anyone. How can I be the one you're looking for?
It is precisely for those reasons that I know to trust you. Your sense of awareness is essential.
If you say so.
Humans have 5 senses to understand the world around them. We have been blessed a 6th. Knowledge. No, it is not merely your vision of the ego. The essence of that sense sleeps now, but it can be awoken in Atlantis. Your stuff is more than a key. It's a bridge between who you are now and who you must become.
And if I fully awaken this sixth sense, I'll have mastered the staff?
That and more. Come, let me show you.
I accessed power sources in Elysium and the Underworld. They helped my knowledge, I think, but they haven't changed my senses.
In Atlantis, you'll find the sources that awaken your new sense much more concentrated. Not only will your knowledge grow here, but it will thrive. You'll find 3 such sources once you leave this palace. You know them as Keeper's Insights.
Skills.
Doesn't look like anyone can get through.
It's blocked to those who haven't full access to our knowledge. Find the source of that knowledge in this palace. Try to pass through once you do.
Isu knowledge. Isu's sixth sense, also known as knowledge, can be gathered by scanning various pieces of Isu technology, insights, Isu data caches, any Isu codex, artifacts found in Atlantis. Okay.
Hello, Layla.
Alethea? What are you doing in here?
You needed intervention. I couldn't stop you physically, but perhaps I can make you understand through technical means.
No, I've got this.
Oh, ladder.
Stay out of it.
Let the looting begin. Fast.
Strange. But it feels like the stuff is becoming a part of me. I think I'm starting to understand. It's like I can feel Isu memories and hear their wisdom.
Duty of the Decustes, Poseidon the Trident King, has decreed these rules be followed without discretion. Throughout Atlantis, rulings made by the Decustes must be followed. Decustes must act as impartial judge and has authority over all, except for Decustes Basilius. Isu experimentation is prohibited on all humans, and the Decustes will see to its adherence. Matters of Isu and human concern must be considered without bias. All judgments made by the Decustes will directly influence the cycle's success. There we go. There's your green, baby. That's more like it. It wouldn't take much. Very nice. Very nice.
Now I know what you meant about the sources being more concentrated. I feel different.
Many things are different here, Dicastis. You'll discover that in time. Atlantis awaits you. I have one rule that is absolute. Our technology cannot be used on my human civilians. Their bodies cannot withstand the power. The Isu know this above all.
So, I'm free to go? What task should the Dicastis do first?
Even Atlantis is not a perfect society. It yearns for balance. So be that balance. Then when your role as guide to the people is fulfilled, it may well be perfection. Don't worry. You've already earned my respect, which is a trial in itself.
Dicastis, His Eminence Atlas humbly requests that you join him at his Doma to discuss a matter of grave importance.
Atlas.
Right. I'll make sure to stop by. His Eminence? This place is more kings than Sparta.
Oh, can we slide? Can we slide down that? Royal Mountain of Poseidon. No surprise there, multiple quests accepted. What's the map look like? Lucy, you've got some unfogging to do. Alright, so we'll start off. Well, interesting. This map looks like it's pretty tiny, actually. So what we'll probably do is we'll get the sync points first. And then we'll do that. Haha! There you go. Nice. Oh yeah. After the underworld, this will do very nicely. Thank you very much. Tower of Intellect. It keeps getting smaller and smaller. Oh crap, I forgot to... Shit, I was gonna show that thing that I was talking about in Hades. Multiple missions. I wonder if there might be, I guess there might be more sync locations outside that inner ring, since that one didn't uncover the... Get one with Icaros in it as well. Oh, did I not? Oh, there it is. Be nice for her to breathe clean air for once. Ah, okay, so there is another one. All right, let's go grab this one first, then we'll get the other two. Some idea what we're up against here. There is literally nothing she can't climb. Those. Wow, very vertical too. Oh, you bastards. You make me get all the way up here. Can't go any higher. This side would be any different. Oh, nice. so we've got statue dudes again. What would be cool is if I could get on one of those arches, go all the way to the top, and then jump off. Okay, now what do we have? All right. Let's see the next one that's right there. Yeah. Yes, it would. It might take her a minute, a good minute just to reach something solid. Anything down here of interest other than water? It's interesting, some kind of bear. That might be stuff that I have to unlock. 200 meters. Oh, interesting. What's this? Isu Gateways. Completed knowledge sequence grants Cassandra access to new areas warded by Isu Gateways. These gateways were put in place to restrict access to greater intelligence and resources. Those who have reached a certain level of intellectual understanding may enter, so we will be going in those.
I should stay hidden if I don't want to fight.
Later. It's not red, so it's not stealing. Oh, interesting. What's the gold question right there? Special location. Let's see, what do we got here? Just one right in the middle. I didn't see that one. I want to see what that is. We'll go there. Then grab the one in the center. Then this one. And then I promise. I promise. Do some quests. Get this party started. That's not what I was intending to do. Hey, but it worked out. Forge of Atlantis. This must be where one of the Keeper Insights is. Of Atlantis, the Isu kept the molds for Hephaestus' last great weapons deep in Atlantis. Connect enough adamant ingots, looks like a chest, interact with a mold, forge your weapon for a hunter, warrior, or assassin playstyle. Each weapon can only be crafted once. Choose wisely. Have no. Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. Let's see, we can sell any garbage that we have. A whole lot. We'll alternate.
Done. Goodbye then.
Goodbye then. We'll alternate between selling and dismantling. Alright, so we'll be coming back there for sure. Let's go get this one, then go back and get the one in the middle, and then just come straight down, I guess. I like having my fast travel points. Oh, no. Wow, this was... I mentioned verticality earlier. This one's got some serious... Excuse me, boys. Gotta fund the war effort. Oh man, look at that place up there. There's trees. Wonder what else is up there. What the hell is that? Like a cross between a bear and a snake? No, thank you. Alright, now this one's probably going to be the highest one. Yeah. Highest one in all the land. Sharks! This is as close to the arches as we're going to get. This is going to be a serious... Well, I hope the leap of faith goes all the way down to the bottom. No, not quite. Oh, so we do have all of them now. Interesting. All right. Oh, hey, that's where we started. Oh. Nice. I like that. Uh-oh, why is he sitting on the stairs? Are you not happy?
you've arrived! I'm honored the Vicastis would accept my humble request.
Ah, you're Atlas, I take it.
In the flesh. I thank you for coming to see me. I'm sure you're very busy. The burden my father gave you is not a light one.
Your messenger told me it was urgent.
Gravely urgent, indeed.
Well, here I am.
It's my brothers, the Archons. They have issues with the human populations under their control. Tensions between Isu and humans are mounting. Without order, the problems will grow severe.
I'll try and use my position to help them where I can.
Find Hadiros, Amphiris, and Azaeas. Through your shining example, I hope they learn the valuable lessons in discipline they so desperately need.
And if I help them, you're hoping it'll maintain the peace between Isu and humans.
That's the plan. Poseidon should have known they weren't ready for the responsibility an Archon bears. But that's his failing.
Tell me about Gaviros.
You'll find him near the arena, hard at work planning his next exhilarating spectacle, I'm sure.
Nice blue eyes.
What should I know about Amphiris?
He's probably off terrorizing people near the fortified Doma of Ochtonos. Make sure you don't sneak up on him. He's quite jumpy.
What about Azaeas? Who is he?
You'll find dear Azaeas wherever there is humanitarian work to be done. I heard there were some issues near the Doma of Amphiris.
We have Archons where I'm from. Do they fulfill the same duties?
They are charged with overseeing and ruling the humans of Atlantis, ensuring all live comfortably and peacefully, a job at which I fear they're failing.
There always seems to be unrest between the two races. The Underworld and Elysium were no different.
Time passes and tensions keep building. I expected my father to handle it, but Atlantis grows steadily worse, and no one wants to see what could happen if precautions are not taken.
I'll find the Archons, and make sure their problems are taken care of.
Yours. Beams. Lighten up, Francis. See what those are. Insights, scanning an Isu codex, elite education, find and retrieve. Are those marked at all? Wow. Okay, garrisons. No forts, but garrisons. I don't know if I can get this one yet. I'm sure the game will do a fine job of telling us when we've reached. Crowd pleaser. Hadiros, one of the infamous Archons of Atlantis, needed the Castes' help to solve his unrelenting problem he had with restless humans. Okay. Work in the eastern part. Gross ring. These events are held south. Which this assumes. Yes, it's there. That looks like an arena of some kind. Let's see, we came in over here. Lions just run free. Grab the fast travel while we're here too. We're lucky when we jump off, we'll go all the way down to where we need to be, which I'm hoping is right there. Almost looks like a hippodrome. Okay. Eastern part of the ring. Are held south. Well, we got to find the Doma first. Maybe there. Ah.
An arena seems like a strange place to find an Archon.
Jeez, come on. Getting all picky on me now.
Get out of here! Go on!
Here to talk to your boss.
The Castilles!
Relax.
Thank the stars. I was beginning to lose all hope.
Atlas said you needed help.
You don't understand the responsibility on my shoulders. It's my job to concoct entertainment for the masses. But I fear the crowd have grown bored of my grand spectacles.
I've seen some good plays. And some bad ones.
We need more than a simple play. If the audience leave my shows bored and restless, who knows what they'll start plotting?
You think they'll become violent?
My purpose is to keep them preoccupied so they can't be violent.
If your shows have become boring, you just need to get more creative.
The humans are primitive. Their tastes basic. They like life's simpler joys. Blood, tragedy, romance, that sort of thing.
So give the people what they want.
What they want, yes. Yes, I can hear the cheers now. The legendary De Castis Cassandra
Was
takes
there
on
anybody
Atlantis'
that didn't
finest
think
warriors.
this was going to wind up happening?
You must take part in my next event.
Sounds like a Pangration. I can definitely help with that.
I just killed Hades for crying out loud. I can take on
But I
your
was inspired by
gladiators.
your efforts in Elise. I know you'll do an exemplary job entertaining the crowds as you did then. If we pull this off, we'll be the talk of the city.
It's worth a try.
Welcome one, welcome all to yet another miraculous show here in our beloved city. Tonight we have a very special guest. The Castis of Atlantis is here to entertain you. Our hero's first talent comes from the vaults of Atlantis itself. Almighty the Castis overcomes the power of the Atlantean god. Let's find out!
All right, Cassandra. Be entertaining. That's what he said.
That was thrilling! What a display!
This is definitely not a Pangration.
Our valiant hero's next challenge fast approaches. A champion bested by none in the city. No mercy, no guilt.
Of course, the
Will
guy
this
that's
be
never
too
been
much
beaten
for
before.
even the Dicastis to overcome?
Take that.
All right, boy, let's do this!
No, get that Red Bull shit out of here. Oh, that's it. You're dead. Get that perfect dodge.
Has been bested. Our mighty Dicastis is victorious and the crowd have spoken. But will she show mercy or will she spill the blood we want?
If you don't appease the crowd, I fear what Gaidiros will do. It was an honor to fight you, Dicastis.
You fought honorably.
A fitting end to a glorious life spent in service to you, the audience. Now, on to the grand finale. And here we are, the end of today's event. Next to face out Dicastis' judgment, the very scum that taints our city.
By the gods, what is this?
Oh,
For
man.
the good of Atlantis, today bear witness to the guilty and condemned given one final chance at redemption. They will be honored to die at the hands of our guest.
Wow.
Enough! I am not doing this!
Fear not, friends. We will make sure justice is delivered. What a show! What a
That's
show!
The people seemed entertained.
Why wouldn't they be? You put on a performance for the ages.
This won't help the relations between your people. The humans will see what's going on eventually.
I fear that if we stop things will just get worse. But you see things differently than all of us here.
Maybe their tastes aren't so primitive. Maybe they'll surprise you.
I wish I had your optimism. But only time will tell. Perhaps I'll even recruit a few humans to help me.
No. Should we get into a fight with all 6 of these guards plus these guys out front? You'd be like 8 of them.
That's one Archon helped. I hope they're not all this intense.
Alright, what do we got next? Rebel scum. Star Wars, anybody? Talk to Azaius. He's working in the northeastern part of Oikos. Ah, shit. Rid of that marker. Northeastern part. Okay, so he's up here somewhere. Helps people south. Looks like more of those Hypnos devices. Ooh.
Got to be careful not to get spotted.
Okay. Alright, we must do this because we want to see what one of the caches looks like. Just lay down anywhere there, guys. Pull up a piece of the ground. Oh! Let's fight, everybody. Oh! Loot! Musings on Amphirs. Amphirs was the fire, certainly, but then his daughter was the hearth. So long as she stood at his side, this Doma would be a place of warmth and even love. Oh, forged staff of the Isu. That's what I have. That's what I am carrying. It's not level 80. Yeah, it is. Wait a minute. Ooh, 27 adrenaline per hit. But no, I don't. No, I'm not giving up my damage with staffs. Get that.
What was in that box? Body's tingling like mad. Must be more of these somewhere.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, I guess it just pops up temporarily. More torch. I thought I saw 3 of them when I came up. Oh, there it is. All right, now we were looking for northeastern part. That's where we are. Helps people south. Not where we are. Yeah. South. That way.
Zai saw me yesterday. He told me I'll be able to go home soon.
You're a lucky one. The man next to me hasn't come back yet. Maybe Azais is treating him?
Is Azais a physician and an Archon?
What have I missed? What must I do?
Azais? You have your hands full.
Vigastis, you're a welcome sight. The only one I've had in some time.
So many sick. I'm surprised that anything can spread in a place as advanced as this.
It's shocking. Nothing I have tried will cure the sick or stop the pathogen spreading. I've lost so many already.
When did you first notice people were getting sick?
At the start of this cycle. It began quite slowly and I didn't think much of it. But then the cases grew rapidly day by day. The more that fell sick, the faster the pathogen spread.
You seem really worried. Have you ever seen a sickness like this before?
No. There are many odd phenomena during this cycle. Plants dying, strange insects, and animal attacks. I worry about what this could signify.
Don't worry. We'll find a way to stop the sickness. Tell me what you need.
Well, there was a device being worked on by a scientist named Consus. Its intention was to rapidly heal injuries and eradicate disease.
Was?
His device is missing.
Is it tricorder?
Scientists here have tried to replicate it based on the schematics, but it's still in the experimental phase. And it hasn't been tested on humans.
So it may not work.
That's not the biggest issue. Poseidon has outlawed the use of our
is
technology on humans. I fear that if we don't act quickly, the pathogen will spread across Atlantis.
In Athens, when the plague spread, Hippocrates thought the only option left was to burn the bodies, and the sick with them.
You're talking about murdering innocent people.
It's mercy, Azais. Better than even more dying because we wouldn't act.
No, we are not barbarians. We don't waste precious life if there is a chance it can be saved. Please find the device and bring it to me.
Fine. We'll do it your way. Tell me where it is, and I will.
You'll find the device in one of the issue laboratories in the Consus archive. With luck, we can save these people before my father discovers what's happened.
We have to stay here a little
Have all these moral dilemmas throughout this, I bet. Oh, interesting. 2 data cache.
The device Azais wants must be inside. I should watch my step around here.
Okay. So what are those things? Oh, they're underground. Go in there? enough. Ah. Yeah. The critical ones are nice, but they take adrenaline to do. Like they made that little cubby hole for this, you know, hide the bodies.
Guess I better take a look.
A Tale of Brothers, cycle 18.192, Archivist's Note. This is my personal account of the familiar relationships connected to the Dicastes Basilius, or the official statement refer to Codex Statement 905.107. For those who exist past this instruction, excuse me, ma'am, take these words as a warning. My official document will read that Hades, brother to Poseidon, is a mastermind of leadership. On the contrary, his immaturity should bar him from any realm above his underworld. Matters unique to the Isu don't concern him. For in his realm, the quality of blood his subordinates are inconsequential. The word progress means as much to him as the dirt on his sandal. Other than a love of games of chance, Poseidon and Hades are opposites. However, they do share common ground on one subject: Zeus. Their other brother, Golden Child atop Mount Olympus, has been a taboo topic for more cycles than have been recorded. If the brothers had it their way, their brood would have stopped at 2. One myth tells of a time Zeus came to Atlantis personally to reprimand his brother. As soon as he left, Poseidon destroyed the cycle just to get his stench out of the air. That is truly bad blood. Right. Consus's Shroud of Eden. Historian of Technology, Cycle 9.338. While Hephaestus was a master of forging instruments of war, his apprentice Consus proved himself equally capable of creating instruments of life. It was during the War of Unification where the scientists met bloodshed with innovation. In the face of an ever-rising death toll, he worked obsessively to create a device which could restore bodies devastated by war to their previously healthy state. He eventually succeeded in creating a prototype. As he approached the end of his natural life, he uploaded his consciousness into this new device. Able to communicate with the outside world, however, he and the prototype disappeared into obscurity for centuries. Many failed attempts were made by fellow Isu scientists to replicate Consus's invention. Previous cycle rumors surfaced about the discovery of Consus's original prototype, but evidence of this discovery has yet to be revealed. So these find here.
This metal is heavy. And here's a note. Forge of Atlantis. This can be used to create weapons. I have to find this place.
Yeah.
Something's blocking this. And something's in the way. Won't budge. Something's blocking this.
It's probably just out into
Something's in the way.
Got it.
Won't budge.
Yeah, right there. Just another way in. Since we already did that. Hey, Nikki. Hello. How are ya? How you doing? How's Tuesday for you? Well, we're out of the exploration area.
Oh, we got a host. Welcome,
Trombones! What is going on, my man? Thank you for the host. Why, hello there. We have one of those, I think. I think we have that.
Why, hello there.
Yes, we do. How's it going, man? Have you recovered from the long stream? Alright, so where the hell is this thing? What am I supposed to be scanning? Scan the cache. That's like recovering from being drunk by drinking like half a beer, right? At least that's what I hear people say. Not that I've ever been drunk and would know. Yeah, who would do that? Who in their right minds? Oh, wait a minute. You said right minds. No, I don't know. It's in his room somewhere. Oh, that's not it. That's a... Oh. Completely missed this room. I think I did. Oh, lots of blood. Uh-oh. App.
A mystery device. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
Piece of cloth. Yeah. Oh, hey. Anybody read that? They look like they all say the same thing. Alright, so we got that. Is she right there? Don't bring her over if she's not like sitting right next to you. Literally chilling out. Yeah, that sounds pretty good right now about this time of year. Fortunately.
I don't understand how this glowing cloth is going to heal the sick. I hope Ace is right.
We're at the tail end of summer, right? Or getting close to it. I want to see, what are these chests with the two swords on them? Okay, that's very helpful. Go down and see ourselves. I mean, if if it's going to mark them. Can't get in there. Ridiculous. Oh, there's one that we might be able to get to. Maybe. I don't know what the temperature got up to today. It's 87 right now. It's work from home today, so I didn't have to go outside. Ah, you bastards. What is that? Alright, fine, we'll take the cloth back. Oh my god, this is so much better than the Underworld. Let's see, what is the humidity right now here? Let's see if I can do this with one hand. The wrong hand, no. 87 with 49% humidity. Feels like 92. At 8:30. Thank you for the sub, misbehave! Oh no. Gifted a sub to Trombones. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you, thank you. Love that catchy tune too. She is she not? That deserves a toast for both of you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god. He threw a judgmental bear in with a room full of Tobies. I still need to do that too. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to use though. I want to do some of the specific bit values. Cheers. I want to set some of those up, but I don't know what to use.
I've brought the glowing cloth you've asked for.
It's a nanotech matter regenerator, in fact, but you have it. I can't believe it.
You're not supposed to do that, buddy.
Now then, let's see what this thing can do.
What the fuck did you do?
Whoa, language, lady.
I had calibrated correctly. Oh no, what have I done? I killed this poor human. The device doesn't work, and you stole it against Poseidon's laws. What do we do now?
You are screwed.
This device is dangerous. Maybe Poseidon outlawed it for a reason. I don't think you should use it on anyone else.
I was so hopeful, but you're right. This device isn't ready to be used on live subjects. All I've done is add to the pain and suffering.
Some things can't be fixed with devices or intellect. There are problems even the Isu can't solve.
I suppose all I can do is return this device to the laboratory and make sure the victims are comfortable till the end.
God. Well, let's see. What has Cassandra done tonight already? She cold-cocked a merchant in the underworld, just out of nowhere. I mean, he did screw up, but just knocked him out, punched him, and then she throws an F-bomb.
Just one more Archon to go. Maybe I should just do their jobs too.
I wonder if... Alright, let's do a little experiment here. She's still bloody? Oh yeah. Let's get her cleaned off. Maybe. I can't tell. No, it must be that industrial strength jello. Or that red dye number 4, that kind of doesn't come out of anything. Rebel scum. We'll do this one, and that will be it for the day. The blunt and aggressive Amphirs didn't like the violence and riots caused by the humans under his jurisdiction. He believed there was much more going on below the turbulent surface. Find him. And he rules over the northeastern part of the Poramos Ring. He is interrogating people southeast of the fortified Doma Autochthonos. So I'm gonna guess he is like right there. The humidity is getting, wow, 70%. That's pretty high. We had warnings here yesterday. Because of the heat and the humidity and the quality of the air. They were warning people, sensitive people, stay inside. I still want to get on that arch.
This is it.
Nailed it. It's off by like 15 meters. They had hail in St. Louis today? Holy crap. There's one of those chests right there. Scope that out maybe afterward. Now we're not. All right, plenty of blood. 2, 3. We got 7, 8 guys we can deal with. That was too close. Get to cover. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. All 5 of you. 6 of you. Come on out here. All of you. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Bam! Oh man, I thought she was gonna do the big swing on that guy. Guy just stands there watching as I open up a can of whoop ass on all those guys.
Let her pass.
Oh! What, do we got Blue Man group
Amphiris,
today?
if this is how you treat humans, I can see why you need so many guards.
These aren't humans. They are animals. An animal should be in cages.
Dead bodies of civilians outside, a tortured corpse at your feet? The only animal I see around here is you.
A human did this to me while I slept. When they came to kill me, I survived. But they slaughtered my daughter like an animal. Humans don't act with logic or reason.
Good or bad, they are driven by a will to survive.
A trait we implanted to ensure efficiency. But that will become a kindled flame of insurrection. You led a rebellion yourself in Elysium, so I know you understand. If we don't act, the city will burn and many more lives will be lost.
I don't see an army marching on Poseidon.
This one said they plan to launch an attack. Someone needs to destroy the resistance before that happens.
That's not a small request. Despite what you think, all humans aren't a threat.
It is the only path I see. But you are the Dicastis. Only you can choose the correct course of action.
Only me? Why do I have to make all decisions?
Killing people will just make the fire spread faster. Now, if we destroy their supplies and their weapons, they can't oppose the issue.
I admire your optimism. But I fear it will not be enough. However, it's your decision to make.
Just leave it to me. I'll send a message they won't forget.
Very well. You'll find the traitorous humans at an abandoned farmstead. Return to me when the situation is resolved.
Whenever you see Cassandra standing next to one of the Isu, that shows you how big they really are, because Cassandra is no small person herself. And he's a good head taller than her. Okay, let's see what we got. These should actually be fairly easy as long as I'm able to hit them from a distance. I can hit them with my bow and not even get close. Okay.
The watch will be vigilant here.
Two, 3, 4. Is that what I'm... Ah, okay. Got you. Can you swim?
I'm a little teapot, bloody
Project
and
Olympus.
fresh.
Clearance
Here's my handle,
required.
here's my butt.
Project Olympus results 54.304. 1. Human will proving difficult. Current genetic combinations unstable. Number 3. Access restricted. Project Olympus. Identification required to continue. Okay. Let's go try and do it without killing anybody, but
hard to form a resistance if they have no supplies.
I guess we got everything. Oh, no. Got some triangles up there.
Vicastis, I'm glad to see you return safely. I almost considered sending a regiment of my guard after you.
That would have been overkill.
You can never be too careful when dealing with violent humans.
Humans.
Come, tell me, has the resistance been quashed?
I destroyed their supplies and equipment.
You believed you saved lives by being merciful, but the truth is that more will die in the end.
I promise you, they're no threat.
You underestimate them. Yes, you've taken their means of striking now, but they would regroup and find more weapons. All you have done is delay the inevitable.
Maybe. Level up hype! I've got, oh my god.
Nice.
4. Thank you, sir. I have 4 points that I don't know what to do with. Now, if these work... If these work the same way as the previous ones, you don't have to pay any points. Activate them, you just flip them. Oh yeah, I got a ton. Got a ton of them. Alright, so let's see. That's about quitting time, so let's go ahead and we'll throw some of these in the mastery. Let's see, damage with staffs, that's not quite maxed out yet. Total armor plus 36. Assassin. Poison damage, adrenaline per hit, that's maxed out. Let's go back up to Hunter. Let's just put them all in here. So our staff is our primary weapon. Yeah. Okay. Inventory. Probably clean that stuff up on Thursday. How much do I? 50 out of 300. And God, if I had 350 things in my inventory, holy crap. Alright, let's grab a save. Let's see what are we gonna do tomorrow? See, these are obviously story. Reach knowledge sequence 1. Start off tomorrow, I think probably let's do that one first. It's right at our level too, which would be good. Okay, let's see. I guess this is the overview of the third episode. The Lost World, this was it. Alethea's third simulation held all the mysteries and myths of the lost city of Atlantis, and it was Cassandra's to discover. Conquering this test would surely confirm her destiny with the staff of Hermes. What about the destiny of Atlantis itself? To progress in Alethea's test, or Alethea's whatever, Cassandra would have to explore the realm of Atlantis and help its people in need. Let's grab a save. Let's see who's online right now. Who's streaming. Okay, let's see. Let's switch over to here. And let's see. Who do we have? But yeah, we're gonna, let's see, tomorrow will be just same as today, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Queen of Hell, I guess. She's playing DA5. Let's raid her. Raid her and see how she's doing. You guys have to go and you can't stay. I completely understand, but that's gonna be it for me for the day. And like I said, we'll be back 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow night. We'll pick up here with that legendary weapons quest, and then we'll go from there. Thank you all very much for hanging out. Queen of Hell is here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night.